I made a video about this. Some people were telling me, Will, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so Debbie Downer on yourself in terms of, the difficulty involved in terms of not overreacting to things. Because Kiko, there is essentially in our Pennywise that's out there now, of course. And it has been, teased with the original photos that are released, right? And then you and I and others, we reacted, right? We reacted to these photos and we said, that Pennywise is a little sus compared for in-art quality that we're used to, that we want to see, that we hope to see from in-art, what they've sort of promised us. But then other photos started to drop, and these photos looked much better. And Kiko, I have to ask the question: is there a lesson to be learned from overreacting to in-art Pennywise? Because this is something I do. I think you do. We all do this as 1/6 scale collectors. We see those initial release blogger photos, whatever you want to term them, and we make a judgment, a snap judgment right then. It's sort of like reading a headline online and you make a judgment based on the headline, right? Is there something to be learned here? Because we don't have this Pennywise in hand yet, but it's starting to look a little more grail than it is fail. What do you think?
Well, you know that reactions get clicks, Will. That's what we do, is that if we are negative and if we put these headlines out there, like you said, if you just read only the headline, like, OMG, Kiko rants and, whatever the thing is that you want to put in your headline or your thumbnail to get the click, we're going to do that. That's what we naturally like to do. My question is, does that benefit you as a collector? We're acting like the crowd's not there right now. Well, I'm talking to you as a collector. Does it benefit you and I to just chat through it? I don't know. I mean, you're getting it regardless. I mean, you can maybe set expectations and things like that. But for all you out there that want to hear what we have to say, I think it is important. But I think everyone has usually made up their decision on whether no one is waiting to decide, am I getting this or not? I don't think. I feel like at this point, you've probably decided whether you wanted Pennywise or not. I don't think like, oh, okay. If anything, you'll be like, okay, I'm glad I did get them. I don't think anyone's seeing these or going to rush out. And I may be wrong. Maybe you're like, oh, finally, this is the definitive one. I don't think anyone's rushing out saying, okay, now that I've seen this, I want him. It either puts you at ease knowing that you made a good decision, or beforehand, it maybe makes you a little more trepid. I don't know. Did I make a mistake? Possibly, but there's nothing wrong with overreacting. That's what's fun about it. Because if we were just glum and just like, oh, it was released, then there's no point. Because if we're not going to sit there and flail our arms around, then what's the point? Because no one wants to, as everyone says, they want to hear what I have to say about stupid stuff and make me saying shit. Just saying, oh wow, I guess it was released. Can't wait. Let me know, Will, when you get it in. I'd love to see a picture that you have put out. Blah blah blah. No one wants to say that. Everyone's like, oh my god, the hair, because that's my one thing. I don't know why he's got like a slicked back like gangster hairstyle. That's my one thing. Will you
really?
will you be messing with the tuft in his hair? Because that's the one thing, is that I think it's like too flat or not poofy enough.
Really? I mean, honestly, I think it looks about right to me. I mean, if I'm looking at
you're jaded because you're a Pennywise simp.
I mean, I am a Pennywise simp. I mean, I'm not going to deny that part, but I will say, looking at the Prime one and then looking at this head sculpt and looking at the hair, I mean, I think honestly, it's pretty good, bro. I mean, I think they did the hairstyle pretty good. I mean, this is what Hot Toys looks like, but sculpted versus rooted. I mean, that's the major difference there. But overall,
I'm looking for volume. We're looking for voluminous
maybe
hair.
A little bit of volume would help. But to me, bro, I think the hair still looks really fucking good. I mean, it still looks really good, bro. And then look, you are right. Overreacting is fun. We react quickly, right? We react, we make a judgment, we say, oh my god, the sky is fucking falling, Pennywise looks like shit. But you know what, it doesn't. It doesn't. It looks like a grail to me, and I'm excited to get it in here.
Let's not get too
dude
crazy.
I think it might be a grail, Kiko.
I still have some very big concerns about the actual head size and the neck. These are much better photos. And it's interesting that no one really does like the blogger type photos. These are all just like on someone's desk next to their window, which I don't got a problem with. But for product photos, I thought they'd be a little more stylized. But maybe this is what they're going for. They're like, hey, we're collectors. We'll show you what this looks like on a shelf, But yeah, I don't know.
Well, Josh, dude, I don't mean to ignore you, bro. It's good to have you here.
Hi, Josh.
Josh, you're muted, I think. Hold on. There you go.
I totally got the time wrong.
I fucking do it, dude. I knew I was like, Josh overslept or something.
5:30. I am so sorry, everyone.
Dude, you're totally good, man. You are totally good, dude. You're the Taylor Swift of collecting, bro. You sell out the stadiums.
I can't wait for you guys to see my movie in theaters. It's called the Josh Era or whatever.
Dude, I would see that. I would see that. I think the
Can I ask you a question?
Oh,
Is that
you
a
are.
One Piece statue behind you?
It is, dude.
See, I know what it is now.
See?
Now after last
It's a
week,
Luffy because Josh told me what it was.
Luffy the monkey. What's his name? Monkey Luffy. Luffy.
Fuck all of you.
I'm serious. I don't know.
It's Luffy
when I
the
go to the
monkey or
vet,
something.
My dog's name is Luffy. Like always, he was named after Luffy, and they go Luffy, we're ready for Luffy. It's
So
just
Loof, like tooth, right?
It's Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy.
Okay. Just wondering. I'm just glad that I saw it in the corner there. Now I actually know.
I mean, and Josh, dude, those walls look awful marvelous.
Yeah,
you look at the paint, dude.
cans?
Guys, give Josh a compliment on the paint cans too. Like that is
nice.
I talked to him, Kiko. I
Yeah.
tried to get him. I was like, dude, gray is classy as fuck, bro. I told him I was like, paint that shit.
I did
gray.
like a marbling with it.
Yeah.
Do you use like the sponge work?
A
think he
little
hired
bit, yeah, like a sea sponge. Did a sea sponge,
Yeah.
with the lightest amount of it's like 2 tones different grays, and you do the lightest tap, and it actually comes out really cool.
So
It's not-
texture is king.
Yeah, texture is king.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Josh, what do you think about Pennywise though, bro?
Oh yeah, he's a clown. That is a clown.
I mean, are you a Pennywise simp like me? Is the question.
No, I've literally never seen any Pennywise ever.
What
I've
the
never seen
fuck?
it. I've never seen Pennywise. I did see Perfect Blue last night, which was the closest thing I've ever gotten to like a psychological thriller, which was pretty
I don't
sick.
even know what that is, bro.
Dude, oh my god.
What
It
is
was
that?
so
Kiko, do you know what that
good.
is? Purple
Dude,
blue?
It's like a
Like-
25-year-old anime written by some like
Oh, of course
legendary
it's anime.
director, and they were showing it in theaters. So I was like, all right, I'll just go. It was insane, dude. It was so good. Anyone? Yeah, see? Dennis right there. I'm going to see
Ganesh, yeah.
Perfect Blue this weekend. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, Josh, you know what's
Nobody
more
knows
amazing?
what it is.
Is in our Pennywise, bro. I mean, look, Josh, how do you're a retailer, right? You carry figures. Do you ever get sort of irked at all with YouTubers and other collectors who just sort of overreact to figures like we do? Like when things release and we're like, because people cancel orders with you, I'm sure, once they
Yes.
see blogger photos. How does that go?
Goddamn day. Every day I log on to Facebook and I have a reason to dislike humanity. Anytime I go to any of the figure statue forums, I mean, it was like with the Ecto. Do you know how many phone calls and emails I got about the Ecto 1 and how many cancellations I got? I'm about to sell out. Like, I don't care now. Like, I know what it is, but they're like, what are we going to do if the sticker's upside down? Or what's going to happen if there's no sound? I was like, well, why don't we wait till you have an issue and we'll see that and then we'll take care of it, because I work with Blitzway.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I can handle that stress. It's like, you handling stress.
Well, Josh, what about the DeLorean? Did you get cancellations for that? Because remember how
And I still sold out.
right. So
Yeah,
the other day,
I mean,
it's not the end of the world.
Nothing was wrong with it. I didn't get actually, no, there was one report. Sorry, I had 2 reports out of my entire batch. One was flickering lights, which we just replaced the whole damn thing. No big deal. And one was missing a screw, and we replaced it. That was it. No
Nice.
breakages, no issues. And I had at least 10 cancellations due to just, it looks like quality issues. I can't do it. I'm like, all right.
Well,
Someone else will.
Well, because see, Josh, if you were carrying this in our Pennywise, I think you might have gotten some, because I think I haven't asked.
Dude, I would dominate the market with NR.
Well,
But
I haven't even asked Kit yet, but I'm assuming he got some cancellations with this Pennywise, because the original photos, Josh, that came out, people were like, including me, I was like, this is a little
it
sus.
looks
Like,
amazing. What is that?
Well,
What does
this
the
one
bad
looks
photos look like?
the bad photos, maybe I can find
Hold them up
those.
for a second.
Um,
Yeah, I don't follow InArt because Queen Studios isn't licensed for North America
Right,
on their figures. So
right.
I try not to pay attention to what I can't have because it hurts if I do.
It hurts.
It hurts just a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, so I try not to pay attention to it because I really I love the Gandalf, and it's
Right.
not something I can own because,
Dude. I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, this was. I'll show you, Josh, the bad photos, but really, these new photos have updated.
I think
pretty
it looks
extensively.
amazing.
Dude. It does look amazing. But these are posted on Chinese social.
How is that a bad photo? It's
Dude.
lighting, and it still looks good.
It's like, dude, the tailoring
It's
in
the
this
poofy
photo,
collar,
Josh,
yeah.
is sus. The collar too is a little.
Keep
sus.
going through. There's a
Really?
couple other ones in there that are pretty whack.
Yeah, because like this one too. Like for example, this with the neck. See, like the tailoring, how baggy it looks on him, and the neck. Like it just
No,
there's no net.
dude, I don't. I'm literally sitting here repairing a statue next to me. Like, no, none of this bothers me.
Really, this is valuable.
I think people are way too picky. But again, you're allowed to be. You should be. You should hold.
I mean, I guess compared to the
high
Pro,
standards.
compared to the Pro, though.
I mean, whatever collectible I get, I make it work. I don't want the whole experience to be ruined, and then I won't like the figure or statue.
Yeah,
you make it work. I mean, I have the.
But if I paid $500 for it, do I have to make it work, or should it work for me? It's like $500, $550.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Well, see?
You shouldn't have to futz around with figures at this level.
I mean,
everyone's like,
that's not true. It's a figure. You do need to futz around with it.
That's my thing. Is that people have told me that. They're like, yeah, don't get into the figure game if you don't want to have to mess around with it. It's like, no, I should. No, but okay, look.
Let's go.
Had the conversation.
That's why I'm not in the figure game. I don't futz around with figures.
Well, that's my thing, is that I decided that I'm going to have to do that with my InArt Joker because it was so terrible, because it was taking away the
problem is that.
That's InArt's problem.
That's
that's a you problem.
Why?
You problem.
Me getting something that is half-assed and to where I was like, oh, sweet, thank you for giving me this project. I didn't know. Where do I put the stickers on next then? Because let me go ahead and put the stickers on and follow the directions to build it. I'm not on their production team.
Bro, I got Studios Joker life-size bust. Do you think I opened it and went, shit, I gotta futz around with the hair? No,
you shouldn't have to.
This is amazing.
Well, see, so Josh, I think I'm with Kiko mostly on this. I think it depends on where the line is. I think the line is, if I'm like messing with the tailoring, maybe the hair slightly. Kiko's hair was pretty.
What do you mean messing with it?
Like Kiko had to restyle his whole head.
I had to go get like water, glue, and a paintbrush to essentially reroute the whole hair.
Is that everyone's or just yours?
No, mine. No. And I know I was the rare exception.
Why didn't they replace it then?
I don't have a distributor. Who am I going to go to?
Yeah, I mean, they should have given you a credit at least.
Yeah,
well, and that's the thing, is that we will be having a conversation with InArt, and that's one of the things I want to chat about is like, okay, if you get it from other people, how do you handle quality assurance? It's great that you offer that through you.
Had this discussion that, I haven't had this discussion with you. They don't care, because the reality is you're not getting it from them, and you're
that is
unlicensed
piss poor customer service. Then that's piss poor. That's how you. That's how you shoot. Is it? Business. If that is the attitude, I will not come out and give you any more of my money. If you told me I don't give a fuck about the person that's buying it, I'm like,
no, of course not. But they're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you, and I'm not shitting on Queen Studios here. But as a business,
we're good.
You're in the North American market. You are buying things not licensed for North American collectors. So with that, there is no reason for them to give a shit because it reached someone else first before you, which means they could have been throwing around the box. It's like a UPS claim almost. Where did it come from? Why did it get that way? Why should it be my problem if someone else had it and then fudged it up to you, right? And that's from a business standpoint. But it's genius because they don't have to worry about it.
But that's like the 12 level of separations thing, you know?
But they can look the other way and people are going to buy their stock. They could easily stop the chain too, and they're not going to. Right?
Do you think that they would sell enough if they didn't have say North America and Europe was off the table?
No, they would be fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have to at least acknowledge us.
I didn't say they weren't going to be. Well, no, they wouldn't be fucked. They wouldn't take in as much revenue as they'd like. But the reality is, this is it.
So they would rather have the rare exceptions. I'll say that I'm a rare exception. They will take the risk on the rare exceptions and me flaming them on these live streams than actually having some type
and then they'll help you because you have influence.
I don't have no influence. No one ever responds to me.
You have enough influence.
Well, so Kiko, you bought from Kit, did you not?
I did.
I'm surprised Kit did not get you a replacement. I'm surprised about that because normally it's he's pretty great with that typically. So I don't know. Maybe next time, Kiko, if you have an issue, maybe I can message him or something and just be like, hey man, like, can we help Kiko out or something but
the next time, and someone asked me in the chat, they're like, are you getting the Gandalf? You getting the Pennywise? Gandalf? No. Pennywise? Probably not, unless there was like some crazy deal on it or something like that. But no, thank you. But when Michael comes out and when InArt Daenerys comes out, I will be getting those. And if I get dicked again, believe me, They will get flamed on here, and we'll figure
And
out.
you'll get over it in 2 months because the wait was enough, and then you'll
No,
keep
Kiko will not, bro.
No,
Really.
I hold grudges.
Kiko
bro.
remembers.
I would
He's
put
like the
money on
North,
that.
bro. He
Everyone
remembers.
says that.
I keep
Everyone
those
claims
receipts.
that.
I keep those receipts.
Well, trust me, Josh, until Kiko fixes his Joker hair, we talked about it every time that NR came up. He was like, the Joker hair is fucked. Like, just dude, people remember this shit, Josh. Like, if you have a bad
They
experience,
remember it. It doesn't matter.
well, I'm sure, like, if you have a bad experience with a customer, for example, and the customer just really is like, fuck comic concepts, he's going to be like, I'm never going to fucking shop with Josh again, right?
And
That's
I'm
what'll
fine with
happen. Yeah, but
That's
see,
usually a problem
NR
customer.
doesn't want that. They're too new for that. You're established. NR's like, no, we don't want you to
I'm
piss
not
off.
established though, dude.
You
I'm
are,
this little itty bitty North American shop.
He's got Luffy statues.
He's got a fucking life-size Luffy, bro. You're established.
No one's even talking about that. That's literally my pride and joy of my whole
What is it?
collection.
Oh, your
What,
Warcraft
do you
thing?
see what that is?
I see a World of Warcraft. That's all I see.
That is my home server blade that I grew up on for 8 years. And it went to a charity auction when I was young and did not have money. And the guy let go of it 2 years ago. And I happened to snipe it.
Nice.
For the unexperienced, what is that?
So a server blade. So on an MMO like World of Warcraft,
Don't get him started,
because there were
Kiko.
so many players. There
I've
were
seen the
different.
South Park episode of World of Warcraft.
Well, it was exactly
It's
like
pretty
that.
accurate. It's pretty.
But there
accurate.
were different home worlds to make sure like not every server was overloaded with players, and they'd name them, right? So like mine was Kill Jaden, and they had hundreds of them for the millions of players that played. And so after their biggest expansion, they had to upgrade the technology. So like 8 to 10 years later, they had to upgrade the technology and swap the server blades because they were each their own server blade. And then they created cross.
So where are these servers located
at their base
Like
in
at-
Anaheim?
Wasn't it Blizzard? Was that who did it?
Blizzard.
So
this
at the
is-
okay, yeah, okay.
This was the tech that ran the entire
Oh,
server.
well, that's cute. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's
That's
fucking
dope, man.
awesome.
Dude,
I
that's
played with
dope.
all my friends on it, and there's like a plaque on it. It's
So
signed
your
by
like
the dev team.
spirit and your history is in that, literally, right?
Yeah, literally all my adventures with
That's
all
cool.
my friends
Okay, I'm in.
was on that blade, and everyone else who was on that server, Alliance or Horde. So like it's obviously wiped, but from a sentimental standpoint, it's very personal and valuable.
That's cool.
From-
Respect.
From anyone outside of it, it's literally a piece of hot garbage that I spent a lot of money on.
Dude,
it's
it's not
literally
cool.
a piece of old technology.
It's cool, but in our Pennywise, bro. That's the Miles Davis of course.
How many times have we gotten off topic on this one?
Dude, I don't know, bro. It's Josh's fault. I'm blaming Josh for this.
I'm so
Josh,
out of touch.
Josh
with,
is like bringing up all
all
this cool
this.
shit, like how we not like Luffy and shit. But dude, this is like, man, I'm happy with this Pennywise, bro. I'm happy with it. But I did overreact originally. And guys, hopefully we answered the question. I would say if we can try not to overreact, we try to. But like Kiko said, it's just so much fun, dude. It's so much fun to like see those initial photos. And Josh, as the retailer, is probably like, fuck overreactions because there's cancellations.
It's just
yeah.
like you can react when it's in hand. You know, like
Right.
you can cancel all you want, but don't demand your deposit back either, because under every order ever, every listing, it says prototype, final product may vary by 20%. And
Right.
you sign up for that.
Where is that percentage? I've never seen that percentage listed somewhere.
It's on everything.
Oh, on
like 20%?
Well, Comic Con.
Prime One, Hot Toy, Sideshow.
For his site, it is. Some sites it's 10.
Interesting.
Anyone
Josh
who's
is 20.
legitimate, yes, it's supposed to be listed there by law.
Interesting. I did not
Yes.
know that. The more you know.
Even Prime One has it.
What do you mean? Like what prototype could change or size could change or whatever?
Prototype could change,
Yeah, they
size could change, and I
Yeah,
think
they
there's
do.
a 10 to 20% is the range.
Because I've
Yeah.
heard the prototype can change, subject to change, like to prove all that stuff, but I've never heard about the percentage.
I think they do that just to cover themselves. a
Let me
little bit.
confirm. I could have sworn I just saw it.
I'm pretty sure you're right though, Just. I've seen Prime One do it. I've seen
Interesting.
Prime One for sure say that. So maybe it's more of a statue thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, up to 10%.
Hmm.
The
There you
size may change by up to 10%, and
A lot of
weight
times-
might change.
Yeah, it depends too. But like, I don't know
Yeah.
if InArt does that. Maybe they're inexperienced with.
I
figures
don't
and-
think InArt does that.
Yeah, right. But this Pennywise, honestly, hey, I'm happy, bro. I can't wait to get it.
Look, I think Queen Studios makes amazing stuff, but
They do.
like it's kind of like what happened with like XM.
Mm.
Like you need to eventually license if you don't want people to eventually turn, because
Mm.
you know people are still buying XM, but definitely not in the volumes they used to, and it's because there's no after service care outside of the retailer that brought it in having their own repair company. And XM's completely not accountable for that.
Yeah.
So
because Todd's pretty much the only one that sells XM.
Todd is the only one that
Right.
sells it, and he's the
Right.
only one that repairs it.
Right. Yeah.
He has to repair it because they half them come in damaged.
Yeah. It's true, bro. I mean, I'm just excited to see what happens, but yeah, man.
I hope they license, man. They make great stuff.
I hope so too, and I know they're working on it. And guys, we are going to interview InArt in about a week, I think, about a week. So we're still working out the exact time and date, but Kiko will be there with me, and I believe Justin's going to be there with me as well. So we're going to have fun with that one. We're going to interview InArt live, so be on the lookout for that one. That's going to happen, like I said, in about a week or so, probably.
Let's see if I get kicked off because
we're preparing this right now.
What is that, Josh?
It is an Evangelion Prime 1 head for
so you is it a customer's that you're repairing or is it yours?
Yeah, he asked me to repair it. So I was just like, all right.
Nice.
I'm learning how to repair.
See, Comic Concepts does shit all over the place, bro. You can
this is literally just like a friend. Like I don't pick
you don't do your in-house repairs then?
Fuck, it broke again.
Yeah. So this is why we don't hire Josh for repairs, bro.
Well, because I want to use a resin because over time, like it will bond better. But it takes forever for it to hit, and there's no way to angle this piece because it sits here and it's horizontal, right? So gravity will slowly pull it down even while it's bonding, and there's no way to sit this up.
So this is exactly why you're saying retailers don't care about the quality of my products.
Yeah, there you go. See, Josh is living it firsthand, bro.
I mean, no, he didn't even buy this for me. This one's not bought for me. Like I was like, all right, I'll glue it. He doesn't want to do it.
That's a real one right there.
Give me like
Josh is a real one, bro. If Josh, if my Prime 1 Ellie comes in broken, I'll send it to you for repair.
I want everyone to know that you will not send me your shit to repair, and I'm not going to repair.
Just say that publicly.
I'm telling all of you right now. If you didn't buy it from me, this is a one-time thing. You know what I mean?
You heard it here, guys. So your repairs, send it to Comic Concepts. All your repairs go to Comic Concepts.
All your repairs can go to.
Might as well add it on the website, bro.